Hey, Steve Rock here for Hot Rocks. I am here with Robert Lunte.
Hello.
At the Vocalist Studio, and that is
www.thevocaliststudio.com.
And exactly where are we, Robert? We are standing somewhere pretty historic.
Yeah, we are standing in the Market Theater with unexpectedproductions.com. This is, in fact, our training facility at the Vocalist Studio.
Right.
It's in downtown Seattle. It's right underneath historic Pike Place Market. And it is one of the best training facilities in the world for contemporary voice.
I was a little floored walking in here, man. It was like, wow, this is a serious. You know, you could have a real production here, and just it was great parking and like walking down into Post Alley. It's the gum wall, and I'm walking in, and this is like a perfect central location for something like this.
It's a central location, which is, I think, important for what we're doing here. The thing about the studio and the facility you see here has a lot to do with the method of the Vocalist Studio. What we do is really unique in the world. We're one of the only contemporary voice training facilities in the world that actually puts their students on a live performance stage with amplification.
That's really cool. I mean, most people, when you think about a vocal coach, maybe there's a little room, you know, a little like portable or something, and a guy going, okay, here's how you do it. No, this is a real stage. You throw people up here who, because, you know, after they are done here, they're probably going to get up on a stage. So it makes a lot more sense.
Precisely. The traditional voice lesson generally is stand by the piano, no amplification. It lacks application because most students are really looking for a contemporary coach, and they want to sing contemporary music.
Right.
They're not opera singers.
Yeah.
And so what we do is very relevant to what the singers are actually looking for. We train for the 21st century, not the 16th century. Love
that. And this is a real, this is some serious business here. We got a bunch of seats. Yep. We got some serious amplification behind us, which we're about to hear in just a couple minutes here.
That's right. This is a 238-seat staged venue. And so not only when we do events like this, but when we train, again, students have a microphone in hand, amplification, and we sing out to the theater. And, man, it's just great. I mean, it preps people for what they're really going to be doing.
That's awesome. And you were telling me a little bit about the difference between technique and method, and I found that very interesting, you were saying.
Right. Well, it's kind of semantics, but it's important to clarify. What we just got done talking about in terms of putting people on a live stage with amplification, that is the method. That's the way you teach your technique.
Right.
The technique actually gets into a little bit more of the science and the art form of voice pedagogy. Which, you know, we can get into more detail later. But the voice technique really has to do with how we train the student to get into their singing voice, how we help those students, particularly in this studio, to learn how to reduce constriction, chest pulling, and the kinds of stress-related things that happen when you don't know how to use your vocal mechanism for singing.
Juice it up, make it happen, pretty much. That's what you want.
Yeah, it's an athletic endeavor. You have to train the voice to learn how to sing. The singing voice and the speaking voice are two entirely different things.
And I bet most people think they know how. You know, maybe they have a certain method, but there's a lot more science to it, it seems.
There's a large amount of science to it. There's an understanding of human physiology, anatomy of the laryngeal regions, and you have to understand acoustics. You have to understand a lot of things about physical posture and what have you. Truly great vocalists are people that have had some coaching or some training, and there's a technique to it. A lot of people think that some folks are born to be great singers and other people are born to not really be, they can't ever be a great singer. And
you agree with that?
No, I found that to be almost pretty much bunk. Anybody with good, proper vocal training can learn to sing not only good, but pretty damn good. It's just a skill you need to train.
That's awesome. And you're here for that. We're about to hear your powerful singing voice here. What is the tune you're picking? I found it very interesting.
Well, I'm going to perform Gethsemane from Jesus Christ Superstar.
And you were telling me a little bit why. There's a lot of different levels to it.
Yes. Well, Gethsemane is a very complex, sophisticated tune. And what I mean by that is it's a tune that actually, it's not a tune. It's really a composition that incorporates a lot of different dynamics. There's soft parts. There's quiet parts. There's a scream sequence. There's a journey, an emotional journey as you go through the tune. The song, the context really is this is Jesus Christ speaking to God before he's hauled off to the crucifixion. So we get an opportunity to go through all the different emotions of betrayal, fear, trust, joy, submission, and all of these things. And Gethsemane has become a piece of music that my Screaming Pillars and some of my top singers eventually learn, because it's a great training tool to learn how to learn text interpretation and emotional output and that kind of thing.
This ain't no pop song.
It's not a pop song. It's not Blitzkrieg Bop.
No.
This is a show tune, frankly, from Jesus Christ Superstar, and it's has the subtleties and the sensitivities that a show tune
That's awesome.
should have. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it. And once again, www.
TheVocalistStudio.com. One singer, TheVocalistStudio.com.
And we're going to go straight to Robert doing it up. The Vocalist Studio, Hot Rocks.